Draw Red Eyes Black Dragon. Say less. Bonjour, bonjour, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm an artist based in Atlanta. I do anime, realism, and illustration. If you'd like to check some of my artwork, you can check down below the link of my art store and my portfolio, my Instagram, and my social media. So this video, it's about me coming back, re-entering to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! I just came back from the Shadow Realm. As my previous videos, I'm gonna put a drawing of how I did and proceed of Red Eyes Black Dragon and the background, why I talk about my experience, how it went, and why was I in the Shadow Realm. So let's get into it. Alright, so as you guys know, on my previous video I said that I was watching duelists. They were in a tournament playing, and that kind of motivated me to go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! And build my own deck, even though I was the previous format, as we know, and now it's completely different. So I've been doing my research this past month. I've been out of YouTube for a bit. I've been in other videos of other amazing YouTube Yu-Gi-Oh! Creators, and to be honest, I learned a lot. I learned how decks can improve, change during the month, depending on the ban list as well, as I know there are top decks exactly because of the tournaments who have been winning. And a personal opinion, has already had an experience on tournament the past weekend, and I can mention that one of the decks that I'm pretty much, I don't hate it, I'm kind of afraid of, is Shaddolls. Shaddolls had been a deck that I've seen a lot of people that play, and honestly is very hard to defeat Shaddolls. Another deck that I had a bit of difficulties was Dragon Link. That was before it was hit by the ban list. So I had the opportunity to have a duel with a person that was having a deck of Dragon Link, and honestly, something is to watch somebody playing Dragon Link and something else is just being the opponent. I believe I was shaking. I could not, like, oh my god, they had all these movements, not movements, but more like plays, so they can actually build their masterpiece just like an artwork. They're very competitive and very complex, and one thing I noticed while I was building my deck is that you need to have hand traps. You need to make sure to have the monsters you need, and also you need to have the right engine. And it's crazy, I didn't know back then that a deck needs to run an engine to make sure to survive rounds. And the other thing I've noticed as well is that I remember back then the duels would take more than 3-4 rounds, 5 and all that. Now it's like you barely make it to the 3rd round, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just crazy. These monsters have all this effect. One of the cards I don't like the most is Zeus. Oh just mentioning his name already make me laugh, because I thought I was very tricky and sneaky with my Dragoon, and it turned out this guy can just send that boy to the kindergarten. He just sent that card straight, clean my whole field, and I'm just there sitting with my arm crossed, crying, making a tantrum, because whatever I pulled out and I took my effort to put him in the field was just clean. The hand traps I see a lot lately on competitive is Ash Blossom, Gamma, and now it's Stroll. Now these cards are a pain. I can tell you they are a pain, but when you have it, it's not a pain. It actually saves you, which is funny. But whenever you're doing your moves, you're creating your whole entire chain and reaction and everything, they just sent you they just Ash Blossom you, or they just Gamma you, and you're just done. The other thing that I find out that was really funny was when they Nibiru you. Like, they just use and create your token and then all your monster you had were just gone. That will end your play. So something I really noticed that Yu-Gi-Oh have very similar to art, because this is an art channel and I'm gonna tell you why I really love playing Yu-Gi-Oh, is because it has a lot to do with art. Because when you're building your deck, you're trying to do a sketch. You're trying to create a sketch of what you want your deck to be. And little by little, you start making the outline, you start putting erasing what you don't need, and then little by little you start adding this colors, which is adding the hand traps. You start adding other cards, removing, to create your masterpiece, which is this amazing crazy deck that is broken. So one of the decks I thought that was ridiculous, crazy on my experience was Mystic Mind. And I had amazing duelists coming up to me and tell me, hey, you should create a Mystic Mind deck. No, I don't want to be hated. I think that Mystic Mind deck is just out of control, and it just gets to a point that I don't know. It make me kind of angry. So I had the opportunity to play with somebody playing Mystic Mind, and it just get out of hands. Honestly, just out of hands. So what happened in this weekend that I went to physically tournament, I had my high hopes, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I said I was gonna be honest about my journey, Yu-Gi-Oh journey. I'm not gonna be hiding anything, but I'm gonna be honest. I lost completely. I was sent to the Shadow Realm. I was hanging out with Merrick over there. I was completely sent to the Shadow Realm. All these people, all these duelists had a crazy deck. I'm like, I thought they were not gonna have this kind of deck, but they did. I actually run a Dark Magician deck, slash Dragoon, slash Numeron, but I'm still improving it. I'm still new in this new format, or we can call it format, but it gets into a point that your deck doesn't settle. And it's crazy. I'm telling you, it is crazy, because I thought in my mind when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, building my deck, I thought my deck was gonna settle, just stay like this. No, it doesn't. It keeps changing. They keep adding more stuff because you need to survive at least a round, and you rather have hand traps, magical, kind of spell or trap, to make sure that your engine runs instead of stalling, or more like breaking. When I say break, is that when you, for example, I run a Dark Magician deck and I break so much with Dark Magician and Red Eyes, Black Dragon, and which is the other one? I think it's the Eye of Timaeus. So the problem here is that I don't have Magician Souls, and this, you guys, Magician Souls is expensive. It's very expensive, and it's like a piece. Correct me if I'm wrong. A piece is like $100, almost $197, and I'm just like, oh my god, I know I gotta make some commissions to just get a card, but it's just the way to bring the Dark Magician to the field that I break more than I should. So you always trying to find something that can pull the Dark Magician out of the deck without sacrificing. I'm sorry, not sacrificing. I gotta fix that. It's tributing two monsters. So that's one of the reasons I need to keep fixing my deck. And you're not gonna have enough time. You're not gonna have another round to fix these mistakes, because the people you're already playing, they already have their engine, their next move, which card to play, and unfortunately you're not going to last for 4 rounds. So whether you play as a second, you got to make sure to already have your cards for the turn. If you play as first, you got to get ready that your third round is actually the last, and you're the one who's gonna win. And one of the things I struggle a lot is siding my deck. What is siding a deck? Is when you finish your first round, whether you lost or you win, you have a little short amount of time that you can rearrange your deck for your opponent. For example, if your opponent runs a lot of spell cards or special summon monster, you can side deck, fix your deck to run against a special summon deck. Or if your opponent is running a Dragoon, for example, you can side deck, put some spells just like Dark Ruler no more. That's an example. So one of the struggles for me is doing the side deck, because I forget. I forget to side deck, and I just leave the same cards. And the problem is that there are so many decks out there that not every deck is for, like, one deck is not for everything, let's be honest. But honestly, I enjoyed the game. It was amazing playing with other people, seeing all these amazing decks. There were some decks that didn't even let me play a third round, and there was other decks that allowed me to play like 4 or 5, and I was happy with both. It's fine. I learned experience. That's one of the things about being new. You have to be open-minded about new experience. Now there's another players that are more competitive, which it's okay. It's a tournament. I'm there to have fun. If I went to the shadow realm, I'll be fine. But there is competitive, which is amazing to see them already knowing their deck, already knowing their opponent's deck, so they don't need somebody to verify. They already know what they're doing, what they're getting into it. So we're ending this video. Like I mentioned, I know I've been behind. It's just I've been into the Yu-Gi-Oh world, learning my decks as much as I can. I remember I said on the previous video, I would try my best on getting more information, learning, because I really got fired up. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the community as well. The people helped me out a lot. It's amazing. And it's a different hobby from art. So if you love Yu-Gi-Oh, I will encourage you to play. It's very not challenging, but it's something that will keep your mind busy, and it's amazing to see the artwork. That's one of the things I enjoy very much about Yu-Gi-Oh. The artwork of the cards are amazing. One of the artworks I really love is the Drytrons. Those are chef kiss, honestly. But besides that, just so far my experience has been amazing. Yes, a lot of reading, a lot of researching, and the news that are coming out. I'm so happy there is Yu-Gi-Oh video YouTubers out there, and they make the work easier. So that has been what I've been doing the past month. Besides, I've been working on some drawings. Again, just a friendly reminder, everything is going to be linked out below, my link for my art store and everything. And hopefully I'll do some live streams here and there, have on Twitch. But I'll keep you guys updated about my journey. I hope one day I can be the queen of games. I'm just kidding. No, it's real. I want to be the queen of games. All right, I'll see you in the next one. All right, au revoir, à la prochaine.